What are the benefits of Brexit?
Brexit means Brexit, and we are going to make a titanic success of
it. None. End of video. Let's look online and try and find some benefits of Brexit. There is none. I'll be old, just like the thumbnail, by the time I have a benefit of Brexit that I can see. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, do not forget to hit the subscribe button and watch till the end of the video, because it really helps me with the algorithm. Like the video, share the video, and do everything you can to help my channel, please. So, I'm Jake from Just Jake, and today we're going to talk about the benefits of Brexit. Yes, apparently there are some, and we are going to explore them. I'm always being told on my channel, name me a benefit of Brexit. And I'm like, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's make a beneficial Brexit video. Because despite the rigmarole and the depressive circumstances of which have followed the Brexit vote and the Brexit implementation from Boris Johnson in 2019/20, people have struggled to contemplate whether there have been any actual tangible benefits of Brexit onto their lives, onto the doorsteps of ordinary citizens. Well, look no further, my dear compatriots. We are going to dive into this topic. Okay. So, the 105-page white paper argues that the EU allowed the UK to seize the incredible opportunities that our freedom presents. It is split into 3 sections. This is a document that the government released to explicitly outline the benefits of Brexit. So, it says it's split into 3 sections. Our achievements so far lists 76 benefits credited to Brexit that the government says have already been achieved. It also says the best regulated economy, sets out the UK's response to the BEIS consultation on the better regulation framework, with a new framework underpinned by 5 regulatory principles, such as proportionality and recognising what works, alongside a review of retained EU law. And a world of pure imagination. Now, Jake. A world of future opportunities sets out the government's vision for future changes. So, this is a graph of what the government says it has achieved so far. So, you've got regulatory change, trade policy, international relations, tax change, spending commitment, and constitutional. And this is a lovely little graph where it outlines in a nice chart the announced proposals that are the benefits of Brexit, and the completed ones. As you can see, it's just over half. Though some benefits have been credited to Brexit, some of them are harder to even credit to Brexit. Some of them have to be questioned as to whether they were due to Brexit at all. So, some argue that some could have been delivered when the UK was a member state, such as the establishment of free ports, the AUKUS defence deal between the UK, Australia and US, and the reintroduction of blue passports. Some changes have been made to fill gaps created when the UK left the EU, rather than to allow the UK to pursue a fundamentally different course outside the EU. For example, the EU-UK REACH chemicals regime simply replaces the functions of the EU REACH. Similarly, the new Turing student exchange scheme partly replaces the EU Erasmus scheme, which the UK chose not to participate in after Brexit, with many arguing the Turing scheme is less extensive. And at Brexit, though, the UK now has full autonomy over these policy areas. It has full autonomy over which science programmes, medical programmes it wants to participate in. It can make its own medical science programmes. Some changes are less radical than they appear. For instance, while the government has made much of allowing crown stamps to be printed on pint glasses, EU rules didn't prevent this so long as the EU CE product standards markings were present. In many areas, EU rules have also changed since the end of the transition period, sometimes moving in a similar direction to UK reforms. For example, on reform of the Common Agricultural Policy and regulation of digital markets, on which the EU legislation is moving faster. This means that the gap between UK and EU rules may end up smaller when it happens. Do the achievements apply to the whole of the UK or just London? Many achievements apply UK-wide, such as the introduction of the new immigration system and agreement of new trade deals that were basically just re-implementation of old trade deals, just with different wording. In some cases, this has led to objections from the devolved administrations, but not all benefits identified are UK-wide. In devolved areas, the UK government is only responsible for England, and so, for example, the Health and Social Care Bill or agricultural support reforms only applied to England. As devolved administrations make their own policy decisions in these areas, this can result in divergence between the four nations. In some areas where EU powers have returned to devolved administrations, the four governments have agreed to common frameworks to prevent problems for businesses that could arise as a result of different policies across the UK. And this is a nice little graph about the benefits of Brexit achievements so far by territorial scope. We have territorial scope UK with an asterisk, so that's UK-wide policy. Great Britain, England, Wales, and unclear. 80% is not covered by a common framework, 20% is. Just under 60% is within the scope of the Northern Ireland Protocol, and reactions to the paper the white paper where government outlines its Brexit benefits, reactions to the paper were generally critical, although it was overshadowed by the Sue Gray inquiry at the time about allegations of rule breaking in Number 10. So basically, it doesn't matter what good Boris Johnson did, he destroyed it all by having a cracking time during lockdown at the expense of the rest of us. Thank you for watching. Make love, not war, because what's the point? Let's move past it. Thank you for watching. Did you like the video? Then hit the subscribe button or watch some more videos. It helps me out with the YouTube algorithm and helps the channel grow. Thank you very much.